At 9:03 a.m., an SUV caravan screeched past the gates of Hawthorne Vale, my ivy-clad 1890s estate, disgorging a locksmith, 3 board members, and a woman waving a manila folder like the Constitution on fire. "By authority of Renfield Park HOA," she bellowed. "We're reclaiming this parcel for community use." The locksmith knelt to pick my antique lock while a photographer snapped shots of my veranda. A board member unfolded a sign, "Future Community Wellness Garden." I sipped coffee on the veranda, turned my laptop toward the county deeds database, and said calmly, "Before you put that drill to antique oak, Geraldine, you might want to ask your notary stamp why it expired in 2017.
The drill stopped. Geraldine's eye twitched.
"I'm Rowan Pike, land dispute specialist and reluctant custodian of Hawthorne Vale, with its stone gables, leaded glass and library that smells of lemon oil and tobacco ghosts. I came here 6 years ago to be left alone with my maps." Geraldine Pike, no relation mercifully, took that as defiance. President of Foxglove Heights HOA, she rules by bun, bylaws, and Bluetooth megaphone. She fined a neighbor for rogue heritage roses, organized a hotline for mailbox violations, and decided I was a menace to neighborhood cohesion. Her crusade began with letters claiming my carriage house visually encroached upon the aesthetic corridor. Then came drones documenting my hedgerows. One crashed into my wisteria. Next appeared the Heritage Committee, declaring my orchard a shared amenity. I showed them documents proving my property predates their HOA by a century. They left confused. Geraldine retaliated with citations for non-conforming weather vanes and deprecated Victorian color palette. Rumors bloomed: squatter, slumlord, boundary troll. When I ignored her, she marched to the county recorder and filed 2 fake quitclaim deeds transferring my land to the HOA. Both bore my forged signature and an expired notary seal that looked printed from a home laminator.
The clerk stamped them.
Overnight, the HOA owned 2 acres of my lawn, on paper. Geraldine arrived with a locksmith, folding table, banner, and checklist titled Transition Protocol. She even brought a welcome center. Unfortunately for her, I read deeds the way sommeliers read legs. Within minutes of her filings, my alerts pinged. I zoomed in, laughing into my mug. The legal description placed my property 40 miles away in a Walmart parking lot. The notary, Martha Colleen Rise, had died in 2019. I called the recorder, my title insurer, and Deputy Moran, a friend from an old fence dispute. He arrived with county counsel grinning like Christmas. We spread the documents beneath an ancestral portrait that looked allergic to joy.
"See this call," I said, tracing a line.
Then southwesterly to the sycamore stump at the old stone wall. That stump was removed in 1932. County counsel peered at Geraldine like a failed exam. The locksmith backed away. More cruisers arrived with a state real estate fraud investigator. One glance at the expired seal and impossible coordinates, and he started filling out forms that smelled like handcuffs. We held an impromptu HOA meeting under my oaks, attendance high, snacks low. The investigator unveiled footage from an office supply store, Geraldine buying a novelty notary seal, calligraphy pen, and asking about embossing. Browser history showed searches for how to forge property deeds. Then came testimony from the late notary's daughter confirming her mother's signature was forged. Finally, time-lapse footage showed Geraldine staging dawn yoga sessions on my driveway to fake possession. Gasps rippled. One man dropped a gluten-free brownie. County counsel declared the deeds void ab initio, erased from record. Charges: filing false instruments, attempted grand theft, and trespass with intent to defraud. Geraldine blustered about eminent domain by covenant. The investigator smiled.
"That's not a thing, ma'am."
"That has never been a thing." The court issued a quiet title judgment in my favor. 3 weeks later, the judge, an older woman who'd seen every variety of property shenanigan, ordered a professional survey at HOA expense, declared my boundaries inviolate, blessed my antique weather vane as historically fabulous, and added a tasty injunction. Foxglove Heights HOA is barred from asserting jurisdiction over Hawthorne Vale until heat death of the universe.
The Galerie Laukhet. Sentencing followed. Geraldine received